Welcome back, guys. This is Shanu at InnoKinetic. There's been more information getting released on the new C8 Z06. And in fact, I just watched the video with Jay Leno driving the car, and it got me thinking about the last time I was on the Leno's garage with a car that I had created called the Drakan. It occurred to me, you know what, there's actually some similarities between the Z06 and the Drakan. So maybe I should do a video comparing and contrasting the two. So here we are. Today the goal is to kind of talk about those two cars and shed a bit of light on how the gray matter up here kind of thinks and operates. Okay, let's start with some of the similarities. These are two sports cars. They are both American made. They have longitudinal mid-engine General Motors built V8s. One is the new LT6, which I'm super stoked about, and the other is the E-Rod, which is an LS3 small block. Both cars are rear-wheel drive. Both cars have two seats. Both are naturally aspirated. The weight distribution being mid-engine on both cars is about 60-40. And that's probably where the similarities essentially end. Let's look at some of the differences between these two cars, okay? You know, when I created the Drakan, I wanted to create an American formula car with a V8 in it. But it needed to be lightweight, and so that's probably one of the biggest contrasts between the Drakan and the Z06 is the latest information. In fact, in the Leno video, they mentioned that the dry weight on the new Z06 is 3,400 pounds.
We have a weight on this model of about 3,400 and
that's pretty good.
Dry weight is what we've been saying.
Well, the Drakan is actually 2,000 pounds wet with all the fluids in it. So 2,000 pounds versus 3,400 pounds dry. So our guess is wet, it's going to be 3,500 pounds or more. So the Drakan, other differences, the Drakan has a 6-speed Getrag gearbox that comes out of a 911. The Z06 has a faster shifting dual clutch automatic. The Z06 will come with a whole host of drivers, electronic driver's aids, traction control, ABS, lots of things to frankly make the car really fast on the racetrack. The Drakan doesn't have any of those things.
Not using any traction control or any factory stuff like that.
There's absolutely no driver's aids on this car, no ABS, no traction control, nothing to save you but yourself.
Okay, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
We're in a lot of trouble.
It's a pure analog driver's car. There's no traction control, there's no ABS, there's no stability control, there isn't anything to help you. It's just you driving this car. The times, as a result, the Drakan actually was tested by Motor Trend. It did 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. But as you guys can see, the Z06, according to the Leno video, it's 2.6.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Yeah, all right, we'll go to jail now.
So it's really quick. Now, that may not seem like a big difference, 2.6 versus 3, but it's a huge difference. Once you get to 3 seconds, frankly under 4 seconds, every 1/10 of a second is really difficult to achieve. And a key piece of that is making sure you have enough traction, frankly. We are running on the Drakan our compound tires, so super grippy tires, mostly because the car is so lightweight. The Z06, and in particular if you get that Z07 package, which is the track version of the Z06, it comes with even stickier bespoke Cup 2 tires from Michelin. So bitchin' tires, the car really hooks up, gets it to the 0 to 60 time in 2.6 seconds. So when you look at the power to weight ratio of the two cars, right, you can see that the Drakan actually has a better power to weight ratio. But because of the additional electronics that the Z06 have, it hooks up quicker and will accelerate faster. The 670 horsepower versus the 430 horsepower Drakan also shows a key difference in the potential top speed. My guess is that the Z06 is going to be a 200 mile an hour car. The Drakan, best it's going to see is 160, 165. And mostly because it's frankly aero limited. It's an open wheel car. It has no roof. And once you get over 100 miles an hour, the aero drag really, really kicks in. With our testing on track, I think the fastest our pro driver got to is about 155 miles an hour. Now, we didn't have a track with an exceedingly long straight, but we did get it up to about 155 on the track. So what else can we talk about? Let's talk about the length of these two cars, the size. Right, the Drakan has no doors. Corvette obviously has doors. Corvette has a roof. Drakan has no roof. The overall length of the Z06 is about 185 inches. The Drakan is 156 inches. So almost 2.5 foot difference between the two cars. Now, interestingly enough, the width is about the same, 80 inches. Both cars share about an 80-inch rear width. The wheelbase of the two cars, 107.2 inches for the Z06 versus 103-inch wheelbase for the Drakan. So the Drakan is a bit more, it's clearly a shorter car, smaller in length. The wheelbase is slightly smaller, but the width, so short and stout. The height of the two cars as well. The Drakan sits about at 44 inches tall versus the Corvette, which is at 48.6 inches. So anyhow, those are some of those additional differences. What about storage? Well, the Z06 obviously can hold golf clubs, whereas the Drakan, it can hold golf balls. So not the same amount of storage space. The Z06 is going to be a far more road trip worthy car, and hence again another reason why I felt it was like the perfect GT for me.
Thank you, sir. Keep bringing us your new projects.
I will. I got
like
some
this
more.
guy.
Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm super stoked about this weekend because I'm going to go see the new Z06 and the Lotus Emira. The Z06 is going to be at the LA Auto Show. They're actually going to have an LT6 cutaway, which I'm really stoked to check out. But the Emira is going to be at an unveiling at Galpin, so I'm super stoked to see that as well. And then finally, I'll be able to see both cars in the flesh and see what my real conclusion is on both those cars. But anyhow, feel free to subscribe to our channel here or our newsletter. Want to connect with me? I got sessions with Shanu as well that you can lock in some time to talk. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.